Hi everyone, and welcome to Greta's Yoga YouTube channel. I'm Greta, and today we have a practice for compassion. So let's go ahead, and when we get into our comfortable meditative seat, we'll bring our left hand onto our heart and our right hand onto our stomach. And we can close the eyes here. Take a few moments to check in with our breath and using these points of contact with our hands to send in love and to really listen to our bodies and what our bodies are telling us. With everything happening in the world with this pandemic, I'm feeling a lot of sadness and grief, a lot of anger and frustration. And with all of these emotions, I try to bring in compassion, understanding, and acceptance. So what can we do to be of service? How can we be compassionate to ourselves and to other people? What does compassion mean to you? What does compassion look like towards other people? Towards yourself? Are those things different? We can create an intention for our practice today. I invite the mantra, I am love, or I am loved. And how can we come into this practice with an open heart and show ourselves compassion, unconditional love, and acceptance? Let's all take a deep breath in together and exhale out. Again, let's take a nice big breath in and exhaling completely. We can gently open the eyes, gradually put a smile on our face, and we'll make our way to a child's pose. So we could have started in child's pose today for our practice, but I thought it was really important to have that hand to heart connection to allow us just to really feel what's going on inside of our bodies today. So we can send the knees out wide now, toes to touch. And gently we're going to surrender our heart down towards the earth, towards the mat, reaching the fingertips out long and kissing our forehead towards the earth here. This is a nice shoulder stretch as well as a hip opener. Helps strengthen and protect the back. And as we melt our hearts forward here, we're opening up to the world, really just letting ourselves go and trusting that the earth is there for us, to support us, to lift us up. And just knowing how in this comfortable position, we feel more at ease, more relaxed, more serene. We'll take one more breath of gratitude, melting the heart even more down. And then lifting up from the heart, from the stomach, coming up to a tabletop position. We're going to fix our knees so that they're hip distance apart, hips in line with the knees. And where our hands are right now in tabletop, we're going to drop our elbows down. We're going to come into puppy pose here, another great heart opener, shoulder opener stretch. So it's really important that we keep our hips in line with our knees as we do this pose, and that we keep our hands, our forearms and legs in two parallel lines with each other. So then we're just going to walk our hands out, melting our hearts forward and down, really lifting up, sending the hips towards the sky here. Maybe drawing the chest down. We can use our forehead to kiss the earth, or maybe our chin or cheek touches the earth here. This is a really deep stretch on the shoulders here. If your shoulders are feeling a little bit more tight, you can come back into that child's pose, or maybe go through some cat-cows. And if not, we'll just be in puppy pose for a few more breaths. Really drawing our fingers into the earth here, pushing the tops of our feet into the mat. And then exhaling, we're going to come all the way down onto our stomachs here. We can readjust our arms so that now our elbow is in line with our shoulder blade. We're going to come into Sphinx pose. So once we found our arm placement, really spreading the fingers here and pushing into the earth, we're going to engage the core here, pushing to the tops of the feet as we lift up from the heart center, radiating forward, shining out, maybe smiling here, noticing what's ahead of you, and then exhaling, releasing, drawing down towards the earth. Again, we'll inhale, lifting up, maybe a little bit higher here, trying not to create a crunch in the neck here, but really straightening the neck to extend the whole length of the spine here. And then exhaling, releasing. Go ahead and bring our hands underneath our shoulders here. We're gonna tuck the toes, lift the knees. And, well, you can either come onto your knees to a plank pose or engage the core so you push all the way up to a plank pose. Your feet can be hip distance apart here, together, really your choice. Just going to engage the core a little bit, push away from the yoga mat, nice and strong here. And then immediately we're going to send it downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal the feet out here. Start to activate the backs of the legs, waking up any muscles here. And then coming to stillness, we'll send the heart down. And then we're going to inhale to look forward between our hands and slowly walk ourselves up towards a forward fold. We can interlace or grab opposite elbows here. Tuck in my shirt. Maybe rocking side to side or shaking the head yes and no. Finding whatever feels good for you today. Just letting the heart go here. Letting it sink towards the earth. Bringing the hips over the heart now. Knees can be bent as generously as they need to be. You can say to yourself, I am love. And then we'll bend the knees as we inhale, root to rise here, bending the vertebrae one at a time. And then rounding through the shoulders here. Notice how the body's feeling. Maybe adjusting your outfit as you need to. Maybe looking too stylish for yoga today. And then we'll bring our feet together. And we'll bend the knees slightly as we inhale, arms down to come up. Stretching up overhead, nice and tall. And then exhaling, hinging at the hips, forward fold. We're going to find our halfway lift today. Maybe the hands come to the thighs or the shins. And then exhaling, releasing, forward fold. Again, bending the knees to root to rise as we inhale, bringing the arms all the way up overhead. Having them kiss and exhaling, hands to heart center. Taking a moment, feeling this connection. This prayer position, Anjali Mudra, your Anja is your heart chakra. And so this hand position mudra is just the way you hold your hands. So Anjali Mudra means that you're really calling to your heart chakra and living out of your heart. So that's why we do that, to connect our bodies to our heart. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhaling, forward fold. Again, inhaling, halfway lift. And exhaling, forward fold. Root to rise. Coming all the way up, sending the arms out wide and then up overhead, and exhaling, releasing to Anjali Mudra. One more time, we'll inhale the arms up overhead, exhaling, forward, folding at the hips, inhaling, halfway lift, and exhaling, forward fold, inhaling to come up, and exhaling, hands to heart center, starting to wake up the body, activate the nadis here. We're going to bring our fingertips around to interlace our hands behind us, and then round down through the shoulders, sending the heart forward. Noticing the chest opening here, creating space in the shoulders, trying to draw our shoulder blades together here. And then we're going to bend the knees generously as we hinge at the hips and send our head down towards the earth. Maybe our hands come up towards the sky here, and then maybe we send them farther back towards the earth. Just depends on how open your shoulders are today. Again, you can have your knees generously bent, dropping the head towards gravity. And then exhaling with control, we're going to release the hands and float them down towards the mat. We're going to inhale to halfway lift, and then exhaling, forward fold. We're going to place the hands and step one foot back and then the other, coming to a plank pose. Nice and strong for one breath, and then we'll send it to downward facing dog. Go ahead and plant the right foot down as we inhale, left leg up high. We're going to rotate the ankle here, and then we're going to open the hips towards the left side, bend at the left knee so that our left foot is now past the right side of our mat, and we're going to look past our left armpit here to really deepen our twist and our stretch, leading with our heart here. And then we're going to bring the hips to close here, and exhaling, releasing the foot back to downward facing dog. Awesome. This time we're going to inhale the right leg up high. We maybe rotating the ankle out here. And then opening the hips up towards the right side. Bending the right knee here. And looking out past that right armpit. Feeling that nice twist. And then exhaling, bringing the hips back to parallel and dropping that foot down. We'll take a breath here. And then we'll inhale the left leg up high. And exhaling, drawing the knee towards the nose or the thigh towards the heart here. One breath here, and then stepping it forward and dropping that back knee. We're going to come to low lunge, so rolling the shoulders down, feeling the strength in the front thigh here. Your back toes can be tucked or untucked, your version, your choice. And then we'll inhale, rolling the shoulders down to come up as we bring our hands, our fingers wide open, palms facing the front of the mat. Nice and strong here, opening up the chest, the heart. I am love. I'm trying to bring that left hip crease back here, not sinking super deep into the stretch, but really engaging the thighs here. And then exhaling, releasing the hands down. Bringing our back knee up and stepping back to plank pose. We'll take a moment here and then exhale to downward facing dog. We'll inhale the right leg up high. And then exhaling, knee to nose or thigh to heart. And step it through. We'll plant that back knee down. Toes can be lifted or not. Round through the shoulders, maybe coming onto the fingertips here. And then engaging the core as we inhale up. Heart shining forward here. Noticing how this feels on our thighs. Spreading the fingers wide. Almost as if we're activating our avatar hands. If this is what avatar does. And we're creating all this energy in our hands, sending out lots of sunlight, positivity, and also taking it back in through our hands into our body. And then exhaling, releasing the hands down, lifting up that back knee, and we'll go into plank again. And then exhaling, downward facing dog. Awesome job, guys. We're going to inhale the left leg up high, really stretching it up high, and then exhaling it, drawing up, and then through. We're going to stay lifted on that back knee if that feels good to you. Maybe creating distance so you're not in one straight line, but having a little bit of space between the feet here. We're going to engage the thighs and the core here as we send it up high now. Really drawing that back heel toward the back edge of your mat, pushing into the four corners of that front foot here, and feeling the nice strength in the thighs as we try to push the thighs together. Inhaling the arms and torso up for a breath. And then we're going to interlace our hands behind us. Notice which thumb is on top, the more natural one. And then inhaling, radiating maybe the head up, chest up, chin up. Nice and strong here. You're doing great. You got this. Trying to draw the hands down, drawing the shoulder blades together, and then exhaling, releasing, coming to airplane arms here, drawing the chest down towards the thigh, and then exhaling, releasing, planting that right hand down. We're going to inhale the left arm up overhead, coming to a full body stretch. Maybe wiggling the fingers here, and then exhaling, releasing that hand back down, and stepping back to plank. We're gonna go through a vinyasa here. So you can lower all the way down to your stomach and come into a cobra to then downward facing dog. Or you can go through a chaturanga to upward dog, back into downward facing dog. Or you can go directly into downward facing dog. However you're feeling today, just know that it's okay. You're coming in with an open heart, with love, compassion, acceptance. All right, so once everyone's in downward facing dog, we're gonna inhale the right leg up high, super, super high here. Exhaling, releasing it down, and then coming all the way through. You can adjust that back foot, and then maybe come to the fingertips here, really opening the chest from down low, and then we'll engage the core here. So inhale, pushing up nice and tall. We'll inhale the arms up overhead for a breath. And exhaling, opposite thumb on top than last time, so the one that maybe doesn't feel as comfortable. Really grounding through the feet here. Opening the chest, opening the heart. I am love. And then breaking free here, coming to airplane arms. We hinge at our right hip, coming towards the right thigh with our torso. And then exhaling, dropping the hands. We're gonna inhale, twisting, bringing the right arm up, wiggling the fingers here. And then exhaling, releasing that hand down. We'll step back to plank and go through a vinyasa. So your choice, which one you want to do, or you can go immediately to downward facing dog. We're gonna really try to send the heart back here. Really setting our sits bones up high towards the sky. And then you're gonna exhale, dropping the knees, untucking the toes, sending the hips back, and drawing our hands down the length of our mat towards the bottom, and dropping the forehead, coming to child's pose. Taking a moment in this great, comfortable, relaxing pose. Creating a little shell of your body. A little space for yourself. And then bringing your hands up, we're going to push yourselves up. And then bring your feet to one side. We're going to come to our backs. So notice how we get there. Taking our time, nice and slow. There's no rush. And we're going to bring our feet flat to the earth here, knees up high. And then we want to walk our heels back so that our fingertips can slightly graze our heels. We're kind of coming into bridge pose here. So as we inhale, we're going to engage the thighs, maybe do the mula bandha, the root lock, and engage the core. It's a really active stretch here. So when we get into this position, we're going to lift the hips up slightly to tuck our tailbone down so we can feel that engagement of the core. And then once we get there, we're going to inhale to lift the hips up, strengthen those thighs immediately, and then coming up, making our way towards our shoulders, top of our neck. We can use our hands to push into the mat, and then exhaling, releasing one vertebrae down at a time, and noticing how this transition feels. Once you get down to the earth, we're going to again inhale up. Nice and slow here. Really trying to connect this movement towards our breath. And then again, exhaling once you reach the top with your breath. And then on our third inhale, we're going to come up. And this time we're going to hold it for a few breaths. So once you get to the top, if this feels good, you can go ahead and interlace those hands underneath you and try to draw the shoulder blades closer together so that we're lifting the heart up, sending the heart towards the sky. Engaging the thighs here, almost as if we have a block in between the thighs that we're trying to keep up. Drawing the chin towards the chest, chest up towards the sky. Nice and strong here. And then exhaling, releasing the hands and making our way down ever so gently as we kiss the mat with our back. We're going to bring our knees in here. Nice big hug. Ball of love, right? Just noticing how this feels. And then we're going to grab just the right leg as we extend the left leg out long. And then switching, hugging the left leg in and extending the right leg out. And then we'll bring both knees in. And we'll come into happy baby, so grabbing the outsides of the feet or maybe the big toes with your peace fingers, or your shins, your pant legs, whatever feels good, so you can create this happy, fun shape. Maybe rocking back and forth, massaging the spine here. Playing a little bit, and then we're going to try to draw the tailbone down as we send the feet up and our hands push against our feet to make this an active stretch, really engaged into this pose. Noticing how as we open our heart, we can also open our hips. The hips and the heart are deeply connected. And then releasing the feet back towards the earth. We're going to cross the left leg over the right leg. Lift both legs up so that we're coming into a kind of eagle pose. We're going to tee our arms out. We're maybe coming to cactus, depending on our space. And we're going to fall towards the right side. Dropping the knees wherever they land and twisting the head towards the left. Maybe using that right hand to come onto the top of the left thigh. If this is too intense with the legs crossed, you can uncross them and just have the left on top of the right. Feeling this supine twist here. And then we'll inhale the head back to center, looking up and lifting from the core, the legs up. Woo. And then we'll switch our cross here, bring the right over the left and dropping our legs down towards the left as our head falls towards the right side. And trying to draw the right shoulder blade down towards the earth, keeping that connection. Maybe bringing the left hand onto the right thigh on this side. And just let go. Breathe into the body. And then inhaling the head up, lifting the legs up this time. Uncrossing the legs and slowly straightening them. Coming into a nice Shavasana pose, corpse pose. We can bring our hands down by our sides so they're slightly apart from the body. palms facing up. Our feet can be hip distance. Maybe tucking the shoulder blades in a little bit and drawing the chin towards the chest so that we create this long spine here. You can stay here, or I invite you to bring one hand to your heart and one to your stomach. Just take a few moments of silence, of surrender. And thank yourself for showing up and giving yourself this time. In challenging moments, we tend to pull away from the things that draw us back. We tend to disconnect ourselves with our emotions and our feelings. Sometimes we lose light, and we just have to keep coming back. We can always come back to our breath. And then maybe we come into a yoga practice. And then maybe we create this regular routine that we can call on when our cup gets a little empty. When we need to refill the love and energy within ourselves, so that maybe we can send some love and light to others. And we can whisper, I am love. I am loved. I am love. I am loved. I am love. Namaste.